Okay, just a super quick one before I turn in for the night. I just thought I'd document what I got to on this weekend regarding the punch card processor and the general inventory system as a whole. So let's full screen this sucker up. So I've, well, you know what, first of all I'll show you this. I've built this import script now, so if I go to punch card, no, if I go to inventory box, we go look at the scene. You'll see we have this here, and you'll see it has these areas, and what happens is, by default, if we go look at the blend file, inventory box.blend, this sometimes causes it to hang. There we go. So by default, if we go look at the blend file for this item itself, it has these empties, or these, I believe they're called empties in Blender. Yeah, these empties here. And what I do is I grab all of these are a child of this empty over here. I grab all of these childs, and I replace their type to be of type inventory slot, and then I add a hitbox and resize it. So in code, I don't have to worry about manually placing these. You know, if I create a new inventory style I like, where I'd actually quite like there to be, perhaps I want there to be a 9th slot all the way up here. If I save this now, go back into the game, you'll see it's added in an extra inventory slot. So now I could even launch the game straight away. That's a good example. I've crashed it. Let's load that back up real quick. Good job. Godot is so quick at loading up. So let's give this a go again. And you'll see that if I click over here, and nothing's working. Let's give that another crack. Oh, right, yeah, it'll be trying, yeah, over here, it'll be trying to refer to an inventory slot that doesn't exist in the inventory. And if I go, and even better yet, if I look at player inventory scene, I've only got an index of 8, so I could reconfigure the inventory and configure base self. Oh, I have to kill the instance before I do that. That should go ahead and find all of the ones. Bleh. Oh, it does have a reference to it. This might work now, actually. There you go. It's not crashing anymore. So I am effectively clicking the inventory slot over here now. But I actually decide that, you know what? Hey, that's a silly idea. Let's just go ahead and bin that off. If I resave this, it goes back to Godot. I'm currently running an instance. That's probably going to cause it to crash as well. So it's got rid of the inventory slot. Now I only have, before I had slot-0.001. Now I only have slot-0. I have to lots of editor scripts at the moment. I go over to the play inventory. I have to manually rebuild the inventory. There you go. I could probably do a workaround of that, but nested scenes and all that jazz. I will save that actually. Okay, so that's the inventory box I've been working on. I've also been working on the punch cards. Now, before it was a long string of text that went along vertically. I've now decided I'm not a big fan of that. So I came with a system to automatically generate these slots here. So what I could do is, yet again, out of the demo, this might fail. If I go look at the transmission class itself, and it's got a max segment length of 15. We set that to 10. Let's just reload that scene just to be safe. See, that could cause it to crash, thought so, because of using constants in the tool. I know why that's crashing. It's just me being a silly goose. So let's load this up now. So if I do that, there should only be 10 segments. It hasn't updated here because I haven't correctly configured the editor. And now you'll see they're spaced out more. Whereas what I want to actually happen is, I prefer it if they had a segment length of 15 like I had before. And again, that might crash it, but pay attention to this here. If I rebuild it, yeah, it needs to reload that scene, which is fine. You can save that. We go to punch card. I'm not stressing Godot. I'm just probably doing things wrong. So let's debug this live. Let's do this live. What are we getting in the output console? That should be fine. Let's go look at this. let's just print out transmissions at max length. Let's just do a print. Get that in there. Let's see what that gives us. So it thinks it's 15 and it has built it up correctly. It's like sometimes you've got to nudge the class. It's really bizarre to tell it to go and recompile to grab the updated constants. I should probably just set that to just be a normal variable instead of a constant, because that's what's caused it to crash, I believe. I haven't bothered going to debug it, but that's beside the point. So now it's generated these ones here, and if I just do that, it'll give me random Morse code lengths, and they're going in segments like that as opposed to one continuous string, so I can fit more Morse code on one stick and have more control. Cool. So let's have an example of this in Engine. So the relay machine, the relay machine is more or less the same, but I've worked on the inventory. So I will set this going. This isn't configured to handle the new segment length because there's more characters it's pushing out further. If I click on that, rip off the punch card, now go look at my inventory. Here you go. There's my punch card there with the Morse code correctly displayed. You know what? Let's be cheeky. Let's grab another one. Oh, didn't stick out that time, cool. And now I have two here. So with the punch card processor, we'll open this up here and we will click to grab a punch card. And now it has loaded it in. The origin's not centered correctly, but you can see the idea now. So what I'd want you to do is, let's not do that. I want the player to match the symbols to the corresponding Morse code over here. So, you know, if it's that one there, I'm going to scroll along until I see what looks like it. Although that could have been flipped the wrong way. It's entirely possible. I think it would be that one actually. And then depending on the color of the punch card, you'd have to shift it to the left or shift it to the right. So yeah, and then you'd press that button to index it down, and that would print onto a new strip that would be built over here. Yeah, quite a substantial change, and that obviously took the item out of the inventory. Whew, that's a lot to go over. Probably a lot of mad rambling that probably didn't make sense to anyone, but that's where I currently am at the moment. And here's a nice bug for you. You can grab that one too, and it'll stack them. Cool, eh? Also, this is a callback. So what actually happens is, when you initially click here, it's going to go to here, and it's going to pass not the object, but the method from who interacted with it. I'm trying to decouple a lot of logic, so I just want it to behave like that. It's probably the wrong call, but for now it's fine. And when you click on one of them, it's going to... oh yeah, those items are still in the inventory. Oopsie daisies. How many of these can we get in here? But you can see how the other inventory... Oh, wow! Hey, that's a bug. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know I could do that. So there's code somewhere. No way. Oh, that's sweet. So if did I click down here? Where did I click? Oh, I like that. Oh, that's pretty sweet actually. That's what I'm kind of working on at the moment, is returning them if you don't want them. You could hold click on it, it'll give you a pop-up box. You want to discard this current message, and it will attempt to put it back to the inventory if it can. But yeah, bugs all over the place because there's a rocky foundation, but I'll clean it in post. Just for now, I need to get this out the door. But that is the latest update. And of course, you can do your relay machine stuff down here if you need to. Take cover while you're processing your relay machines. And then to the similar effect here, once you have a transmission you need to send back, you'll click on the feed side of it. This will bring you down to the inventory. You'll pick on the punch card you want, and then you'll hold click to cycle it to send it back. And that will disarm the bomb collar. We're getting there, slowly but surely.